it's me, Percita, and this is Percita's Paradox. Thank you so much for joining me today on this beautiful Thursday. I'm excited to say that the sun is shining and it is warmer. Thank you, Jesus. Outside of that, I hope all is well and you are waking up or going to sleep to this lovely video. If you are a new subscriber, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate you and your time. If you are an OG, of course, I appreciate your time, but your loyalty has been unbelievable, and I greatly appreciate your support. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, comments are fantastic. Hit the notification button if you want to stay updated, and of course you do because you're here, right? Right. So, today, let's talk. We're going to continue on in our series of what I'm just going to call getting older and getting wiser and utilizing the tools that we have within it. Why get older and not get smarter? I mean, who thinks that makes sense? Absolutely no one would believe that you would want to get older and not utilize your experiences to become a smarter, more productive person in life within your purpose and within your drive for what you deem purposeful. So, in saying that, the first thing that I want to make sure that we acknowledge today is ourselves. And we want to give ourselves kudos for doing what we need to do thus far throughout the week, going into the weekend to be great. And I'm saying that because we tend to believe that when we let go of our old selves, right, and we grow into something new, that somehow, some way that could mean that we could be a little fake. And if you're not careful, you could be around people who will actually utilize that exact term. Like, oh my God, girl, I mean, that ain't you. I mean, where'd that come from? Or what, what's going on, dude? Like, you didn't really do that before. And all of a sudden you get this connotation over you as if like you're faking something, or the descriptive of you is like, oh yeah, she cool, but she fake. Watch the person who says that even in jovial stances, even in passing, because there's something to a person in that. Always remember that that is a indirect envy. It's like a passive aggressive attitude towards you, and it's not typically productive. Now, I will say, of course, if you are fake, you're fake. But I don't really know very many fake people that are addressed as fake. Isn't that funny? Even though you would know that they're being fake, most people who know people who are truly bona fide fakes don't address them. But the people who are trying to actually grow and be different and do different, they're always subjected to the criticism. Never really understood why, but I'm just going to express that is not your case, because we are not those type of people. We do everything in an authentic manner. So with that being said, you know that when you are letting go of your old self, don't ever consider yourself to be fake when you're doing that. Whoever you are becoming is who you are. And in that, there's no fakeness that can actually transpire. So don't allow yourself to be in a space where you feel as if that's something that you need to address with someone, or it's something that you need to put yourself in a position where you feel as if you need to discuss it to describe who you're trying to be to them, or to put yourself in a space where you need to make them feel comfortable with your newness and with your vibe of what it is that you're trying to do. Because let's be honest, if they can't handle it, then they can't handle it. And it is what it is. It takes me right to my next point of forcing anything is self-destructive, especially a relationship, especially intimacy. Don't force anything with anyone. It is extremely self-destructive. You lose everything you're trying to be, trying to push something or someone or a situation towards you or with you. You don't need it. You don't need it at all. You have to understand that you are the prize. And I hate to say that, so you saw me say it slow, because some people try to take that and run with it to treat people bad. I'm not telling you that. I'm simply telling you that do know that your validity is just as important as anyone else's, and you don't need to put anyone down in order to achieve your goal. You don't need to put any type of negativity on someone to achieve your greatness. So you're never in a position where you need to force anything. You want it to ride and glide as smoothly as possible. You want it to be a butter situation. Does not actually contest the idea of some things you have to fight for, but that's not forcing. You would have to understand the differential and the situation and the circumstances, and they all play in a play-by-play dynamic. So we can't really call everything under one umbrella one thing, but we do know that we will not be forcing any bit of yourself onto anyone, and you don't allow people to force themselves onto you, because you are the person that will implode. You're not being authentic in the scenario. So you be the judge of that. You be the cause to say to someone, you know what? I'm not going to allow that. I'm just not. There's nothing about me that's going to put me in a position anymore that I'm going to allow you to talk to me that way, to interact with me that way, to put any weird expectations on me. Nothing whatsoever. I'm just not going to allow it. The third thing, which actually ties to that, is don't make excuses, not for yourself or for other people. Don't allow someone's inability to actually do the work or communicate with you what is needed from you or what their expectations are from you to allow you to create an excuse tier for them. And in the same breath, be strong enough to be able to identify what you're capable of. Meaning, don't take on anything that is not your responsibility. If you're helping someone, help them, and help them with the intent to never throw it in their face, to never be in a position of utilizing it to belittle them in crowds. Don't ever really reveal it to people. I'm one of those people that I'm just not into having friends that need to tell other people what they do for me. And some people find that to be a little strange, but for me, if you're doing it and you're doing it for me and you're doing it for me alone, I don't really understand what you would need to notate it to everyone else for. It equates to me on the people who do nice things in the community and they feel like they have to videotape it. I've just never really understood the mindset. Is it always bad? No. Is there a time and a place for any and everything? I completely agree with that. But there's something about the whole giving scenario that is strange to me. Now, it depends on the fact that if you're at some type of an organization, a church, or some type of a body of an organization that your mission statement, right? Your entire purpose in the community is to do that. And you're notating to your donors and to the people who participate in your programs, this is where their money is going. Completely different concept for the people who literally have the story and they're telling the story of how they saw someone and it was terrible. And they're telling the person's life without their permission on TV and doing all of this stuff and then coming back and saying, and this is what I did for them. For me personally, that just doesn't sit well. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I don't really need anyone's approval or accolade to do it. That's me. If you do that, more power to you. I'm simply saying for me, I never want to be in a space of people doing things for me to do that. So I don't make excuses for myself or for other people in that aspect because I want them to actually be authentic in whatever they do. And let's be real. If you're opening up to someone and you're actually telling them that you need help, typically 99.9% out of the time, it's been so difficult for the person who needs help to express they need help. I've never really found anyone to be offended when I didn't reveal that I helped them. C'est la vie. But that's my story. So in walking in those three things that I told you today, I think we're going to do really well this weekend, right? We're going to apply those principles. I think I gave you 2 on Tuesday and then 3 today. So you already know. In doing all of those things, you're doing the 3 things of this channel. Living life authentic. That's all I will ever ask from you. Live your life authentic. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate your time. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. It stays warm, and I see you on Tuesday. Always think of me, think of authenticity, and be your best. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye-bye. Oh, and I almost forgot. Don't forget to share this video with everyone and their mother. Did I say that? Share it again. Bye-bye.